I'm here for it though. I'm literally here for it. So now we get to actually see just a rematch, and we'll get to see if Kuro can make this a slam dunk double victory against this matchup, or whether or not last round had some circumstances of whether the draw was high rolling or not. But I'm excited to see this play out one more time. If you're Kuro, you got to feel good, especially if you feel like you were very comfortable last match. If you're John and you saw anything about how last match round out, you probably are thinking a lot right now.
I mean, you mentioned it yourself, Chris. Like when you win a round in round 7, going undefeated, and you have all 5 of your life by the end of the game, you got to be feeling good. Imagine how good you feel as you start round 8 and sitting across from you is the same matchup.
Yeah, no, that's going to be a huge part of this. But we are getting the turn 1 Mario.
And we are getting the turn 1 for Kuro. I believe this is exactly how it drew up last round as well. But Kuro with the pass this time. No setting up of a Shaku. Just a straight up, here we go.
Yup, and this is actually kind of insane. Only because like last time he definitely hit the ground running. This time it looks like his play is going to be a little slow, and that's cool and all. It's just that you never know. You never know when that's going to be the difference, because these first 3 turns are going to be very important to the flow of the game and Kuro TCG's momentum. But we are getting a Nami coming down to search out Zoro. And this is what we do want to see: a searcher into another searcher, ensuring that not only we're going to be putting bodies on the board, but we're going to be making sure that our hands are consolidated. Another searcher. This hand is going to be sculpted.
Very nice. And while these guys, these Namis are not able to, attack or threaten anything right now, there are a lot of tiny attackers in the Raleigh deck that they could totally hit into on the crackback and get some mini board control going on, which is super awesome to see. So these might not be the only value. These search cards are not going to be the only value that these searchers could give John in this game.
Yeah. I mean, this is going to be nice because it's always good to set up your curve. And the fact that he didn't have to spend a turn to set that up, that was just all organic on curve. He's going to be sitting pretty nice moving forward here, but we're getting a base Rayleigh swing just to kind of test the hand. You know how aggressive Rayleigh can be, and you need to get to your end game, but he does opt to take it. Granted, a lot of these decks, like you said time and time again, you can spend the first couple turns. You can take the first damage, maybe even the second damage. But here we are getting the optimal opening of Luffy into Nami. And or sorry, not Nami, Sanji in Nami's body.
Well, it's Punk Hazard, Sanji. Yeah.
Yes. My eyes told me one thing, I knew it was another.
But this is actually like where you want to be. Yeah. So we didn't have like an explosive first turn, but our second turn is as good as it could get. We have 2 potential 6K swings coming in, and maybe even stronger on Kuro's turn, and we already have our opponent down to 3 life.
Yeah, this is actually pretty crazy because for the loss of momentum where we didn't see a first turn play, we just springboarded into this one. And now on 5 Dawn, I'm actually wondering how much we could see to even touch this board right now.
Well, this will be helpful, being able to rest and immediately attack into that Luffy using this Rono or Zoro. Pretty huge.
And this Zoro can actually attack the turn it's played because of the 2 or more bodies. This is the perfect card to drop here for this one.
Yep, and Kuro knows that Zoro has essentially character rush. There's no point in protecting this Luffy unless you are prepared to protect it twice, which Kuro was not. He's just going to let it go, and we're going to start our turn going up to 6 Dawn.
Yep, and this is exactly what we were talking about before. That was a very, very clean play by John with a very, very nice tech that I don't think we've seen in some of these other GP decks previously. But this was preparing for that matchup, preparing to be able to come down and have this down. And yeah, like you said, he wasn't ready to protect it twice, so he let it go the first time to essentially nullify the rush that Zoro had.
Yep, and then here we go. Kuro is going to be using the Boa Hancock there to, I believe, get Supreme King Haki. I think that was. It could have been observation. Hard to say. Lots of big arms. Oh, he revealed it again.
You're right. That was Supreme.
Yeah, that was definitely Supreme. So here we're going to swing 6K with our leader going in against the 5K base because we did not use our leader ability last turn. I was going to go ahead and counter out of that for the 2K. And then here we see another Sanji coming down. Are we going to actually attack with the one that we already have? No, we're going to leave it in the active to attack later. I love this play
Hmm.
from Kuro, using your life as a resource to get extra value and set up for a gigantic turn on the following turn, even if your opponent goes for their leader ability to increase their base power.
Yep. So we are seeing the holding back of both of those for that reason. We are also seeing that Boa Hancock is sitting there. Now, green does have its fair share of cards that will rest, so it's going to be a little scary leaving those. But you know what? The Sanjis are going to have a little bit of insurance if they get KO'd. And then on top of that, if we have to swing into life this turn, we're going to net some cards. Kuro keeping these cards up and not attacking with them kind of makes me wonder if we are not going to see the appearance of Mole Pistol next turn. Because this displays confidence that even if you put down something that can get in my way, it's not going to be in my way. And that makes me wonder
Mm.
just like kind of what we're about to see. Like if we do get something like I believe, let me see if Stealth Black can come down. Two less than I don't think so. Stealth Black can't come down. He does have too much Dawn. But we got the Sanji and Pudding out, well, it two hand at least. And I just think that leaving everything rested just means that you don't care what's on the board right now. I think this is gonna lead into a strong next turn for Kuro.
Hmm. And there we see the Dawn -2 coming down from the leader ability, going to activate those two rested Dawn and make our leader 6k as we play a 5-drop Sanji and putting down who we weren't able to have it in play when we activated our leader ability, but we can have it in play for next turn. And we're just going to pass. As
Hmm.
John, we increase our defense and did not fall for the bait of getting Kuro cards. This is why you come here for the finals, folks. We are seeing some excellent play here from both sides, starving each other of resources and making sure that they can build the board they need to keep going. This is a wildly different game than last round.
So yes, it definitely is. The part that really scares me though is that some point somebody's gonna have to turn sideways. And right now, at this moment, if Kuro starts turning sideways, he's going to be able to hit quite a few times, either press cards out of hand or deal some damage. And on top of that, getting rid of his board is going to allow him to have cards back. So here we're gonna see the most of our Dawn and our power being used. We did just get the buff, I believe, on Boa Hancock. And then once Boa swings, you'll be able to KO Boa Hancock to transfer the power to something else on his board. So, really, even without a lot of cards in hand, it looks like Kuro is going to do his best to maximize just how many attacks he can get per turn.
Speaking of maximizing attacks, we're going to have Luffy come down, reveal 2 more event cards, and we're going to get another 3 cost or less card. It's going to be the Brook here, and we're going to use the Brook to give the Dawn to Boa Hancock so we can actually go in for that swing. Oh, no, we're using the effect of Luffy to put a Dawn on Boa, and then we're using Brook to put 2 Dawn on the leader. That makes a bit more
Hmm.
sense because the Boa is now swinging for 6, which is all it needs to swing for.
Yeah, this is actually really, really strong. So, we're going to end up having the Frenosuke drop out of hand. That is absolutely fine because we still have 2 more attacks this turn. Gonna
Yep.
come in pretty big too. Like,
Minimum 6 could be all more. I know the leader's going to be minimum 7 as well. But you were mentioning earlier, Chris, that like eventually these people need to start attacking. And you're right. John was the player that doesn't need to. Kuro is the one that has to, but now they're leaving themselves open to having their board get controlled. And if John can leave this turn with at least 2 life, start their turn with these 3 attackers and get their Tachi and Putties going, they're pretty happy about it. But there we see the Kitten Killer coming down. We are going face. It's the only place to be. But we're just gonna. Oh, we're actually not swinging with the Kitten Killer. We're just playing it and passing. We don't want to leave it open to be swung back. Same with our Sanji. Oh, okay, Kuro. I see you playing a bit more of a conservative game here.
yeah, this is actually very nice because, like, the thing about this is you do in a resource based game, you want to limit what your opponent can do with their resources. The more resources they have to use on the way to their big plays, the better it is for you. So, the way I see this right here, he only attacked with his leader and he attacked with Sanji. If Sanji gets destroyed, which you obviously probably want to get off the board because it's one more attack you don't have to do, you're going to get a draw. If you attack into life, you're going to get essentially a draw. You likely aren't ending him this turn. But the main thing that's going to happen here, in my opinion, is if he wants to attack any of Kuro's board, he's going to have to first expend Dawn to rest the board first. Expending Dawn to rest the board first is going to leave him with less Dawn to put under other characters or his leader. It's going to leave him with less Dawn to actually play anything else he wants to progress his turn. So doing this is very smart because I think it forces John to split his Dawn resources between establishing routes to attack the board and actually making forward progress.
Yeah, 1000%. And like John's in a bit of a pickle here because if we start attacking, now we're the ones leaving our cards open to being attacked back, and we're just giving Kuro so many resources. And he's already done a great job of putting the pressure on with the resources he currently has. So imagine getting him more. Not the best idea. But John is not scared. He's going in. Joro after Zoro. We're gonna go ahead and use a counter here. One of the free
Mhm.
hockey cards, or sorry, one of the free zero costs.
Yep, yep.
Go
This
up
is
by
power.
2K. But now if you're John and you want to start playing cards, you got to get rid of your own characters, which is a bit of an annoyance. And while we do have a Sanji and Pudding, we still go a little bit negative in the terms of Dawn that we have access to on the following turn, which could be a
Mhm.
bit annoying if you want to play more higher costed cards. Hmm.
Yeah, this is strong. This is strong.
Like you're dealing on the precipice of at least 4 attacks coming into you. The Kitten Killer is going to be at least base 7K. The Luffy's going to be at least base 6K. The Sanji's going to be at least base 6K. And then we have Dawn still and the leader ability to pump it all up. It's going to be a lot of aggression coming from Kuro on the following turn.
Correct. And this is also a very precarious turn in the sense that even when Kuro swings out, there is a very real possibility that he will not win next turn. And if he doesn't win
Mm.
next turn, there's going to be a point where either his opponent gets to swing for game. Oh my gosh, his opponent gets to swing for game, or his opponent gets to nullify his board. Now, Kuro seems extremely confident taking his life, not even looking at his hand, not even
No,
thinking if
yeah.
he wants to, which makes me believe that he is not really sweating the amount of cards in John's hand. Now, purple does have a lot of zeros. There are a lot of cards without counter, but we are seeing another. Well, I think that's a 7. I think he uses leader
Yeah.
effect this turn. So 7
He did.
going
He
in,
did.
and Kuro going down to 1 life. This has to show the utmost confidence in what's about to happen this turn because he just said, "Give me them cards." He didn't even
Also, for what
try.
it's for what it's worth, there should be one less character on John's board. He forgot to get rid
Six.
of the Nami to play down
Yeah,
the
he has
6
to get rid
cost.
of the Nami.
Easy thing to forget. I'm sure you're not used to having that many characters in play all the time.
Yeah, it's just not something you want to see in the finals, but it'll be easily corrected. It's just as
Boom.
simple as
There you
that.
go.
Boom.
Both players forgot about it too, for what it's worth.
Yeah, yeah.
And then it's Kuro's turn. 10 Dawn, 5 active characters and leaders respectively. And we're starting out with a Boa Hancock to get even more value out of it because we can also just immediately trash this card to get extra Dawn if
Yeah,
we needed to.
I think another thing that kind of shows the confidence is that John may have forgotten he had another body on board, but Kuro just didn't care. I am really afraid to see how hard Kuro comes this turn. Like this is he has shown all the body language for this being the final turn of the game.
But think about it like this though. Like if you fail to go for game this turn and you leave John with 5 characters minimum that can attack you without any investment, you can't do that, right? Like you have to take the turn to control the board, in my mind.
Well, so that's the part that makes it
Is
scary for
rough.
me. That's the part that makes it scary for me. At no point has Kuro shown me that he's not intending to go for game this turn. He took every
Mm.
single damage, didn't even think about these things. He's just sitting here, and because like there's no shot I go down to 1 life against this board if I can help it. If I don't think this is over right now. Now we do see a mole pistol come to hand. Whether or not this is going to be used, I don't know because I definitely thought this was about to be a game turn. Wondering if he has another killer and kid and killer. But this is I want to see how this turn goes out because it's not like John has like 3 cards in hand. John actually has like a certifiable 6, maybe 7. So I'm just kind of wondering what Kuro's thought process is right here.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting to see how he plays this out because it'll definitely define what John does on his next turn in like a really impactful way.
All right, so we're getting
Because
a boost on Brook. Oh, I'm so sorry. Continue.
we're attacking the character. It looks like I think we're attacking the character Zoro here,
Oh,
and we're gonna let that rock. So yeah, I think Kuro is not gonna hit the gas pedal and go face. He needs to control this board, and I guess in his mind, he thought going to 1 is basically the same thing as going to 2 if we control the board.
interesting.
It's
That
kind of like that thing I was telling you of like, oh, he just got +4 for no reason, and now he gets to attack the board and demand cards out of John's hand or get rid of his cards. He's fine with that, whether he's at 1 life or 4. Who cares? It's the same thing at that point. He may as well have as many cards as possible when he's making that play.
It's scary to me because just the way that Dawn works, I'm like, if too many of these bodies survive, if John just happens to have nothing but gas in his hand, because he does have two up, that could signify a giant coming down, replenishing his hand, getting rid of a dead card. It just looks like there's far too much of an opportunity for him to protect his board and then just try to alpha him just with what's on the board next turn. So I'm
Right.
really afraid of what's going on here.
Because defending characters is a lot easier than defending the leader sometimes because characters are always higher base power. So here we see the Luffy coming in at Zoro. Good old captain on commander action here. We're gonna let that one rock.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
captivated. I need to know what the chef is cooking in the kitchen.
I mean, right now, Kuro is definitely happy with every move that's being made right now. You are probably right, though. I think he would love all these plays if he was at least one more life. Would probably be like where he'd feel the most safe making all these plays. But right now, John just needs to protect the cards that are most valuable to him, I think, which are going to be definitely the Sanjin Pudding and this multi-attack. But oh, it looks like the Kid Killer was going at face.
Oh, the confidence in saying. I mean, Mole Pistol
Was it all
is
a
a
bait, you
card
think?
here.
Was it all a
Uh
bait, you think, just to eat cards out of John's hand and then start attacking? Because we could have a rusher in our hand that we could easily pump up and then just swing in for game if we
oh my
accidentally go
gosh.
to 0 as John.
The Omega Gigabait.
But then you gotta wonder if you go for it and miss. There's no way you can reliably survive on the next turn. So
Yeah.
we're
Oh,
going
he's
to
faking
0
it.
as
Oh
John.
my gosh. Oh my gosh. What's
Okay.
happening?
It's a mole
Okay.
pistol. It's a mole
Okay.
pistol, which is still crazy. That
Yes.
gets rid of the multi-attacking Luffy, which could have been a big threat to this life total here.
I need to see
And
what
now we're
happens
going to
next.
0 as John, and we're facing down a board of a full board, 5 characters, 1 leader, and at least 3 down active, and a grip of cards from Kuro. Once
Yeah.
again, we are seeing the absolute power of Rayleigh in the hands of the best players of the One Piece card game, and Kuro TCG is proving himself to be that, putting John in a very difficult situation here.
Yeah. Mole Pistol is crazy. I am uh it is wow. This turn is sweaty. I'm literally looking at this and I'm getting secondhand anxiety.
Because you want to go for game, right? Like if you're John, you're so priced in to just go like this could be it. No blockers, 1 life. Is that a 5-card hand? A Supreme King hockey would be like really annoying, but you can have access to your leader ability to get 2 more Dawn active after you swing with the first attacker, and then you can swing for like he could potentially have 2 10K swings plus here.
Right? Like this is really scary, but we do see there is Dawn up. So it looks like Kuro is preparing for a turn. And the crazy part about this is there has to be a commitment. If John does not have a rusher, we are potentially looking at a block, and then just take a life. And then you have to provide a card that attacks along with enough Dawn under it to do the damage. But if you commit to trying to win this turn, you are also committing to this entire board being left over if you fail. He
Mm-hmm.
actually put John in the exact same position he was in last turn.
Mm-hmm.
Except
But
if
John, in
oh, sorry.
theory, has a bit of an easier time going for game. He just has a few less characters. Like I think if John had 1 more character base 6K or higher, he would be so happy right now. Right now with his ability to kind of eat up the hand, go for like 8 or like sorry 9, 11 probably would probably be something he could reasonably do with the amount of Dawn he has access to, and that'd be more than enough to contest the game here. But right now, he's just in a position where, well, I'm at 0. If I choose to just go for game here, like you're saying, Chris, there's no way I can reasonably survive, right?
Let's see.
Like
I'm trying
Purple has
to
amazing defensive options, but they do not have amazing defensive options against 6 attacks
yeah,
that
I'm
are
trying to see
all
his
game winning
hand.
if they hit.
I'm trying to see his hand. He fanned it out for us.
I
Couldn't
mean,
see.
I think I just saw a bunch of events. I think I don't, but maybe he just didn't have the defense last turn to stop the attacks either. That's probably worth noting too. Is like maybe his hand has 0 defense,
Oh
in
my
which case
gosh.
he probably has no option here other than to go for it. And he's like, well, what's the best way to do it? What could be in your hand? What events do I know about? What events do I not know about?
Well, I'm trying to see. I'm trying to see if he has a 6 cast in hand. Because there's a card behind the
Mm,
Zoro Joro that I can't quite
mm.
see right now, but it looked foil. It looked full foil. And if he has
Well,
a 6 down, I'm like, okay, so we got a Nami
well,
going in. Oh, we're clearing
going to
board.
Greenberg. I mean, I don't think that's bad. You know, like the math could math out to where like one Dawn doesn't necessarily matter, but one attack could matter, if that makes sense. So we
Yeah.
could still see John choose to go for an attack on the face. But like I do agree with you though. Like if we have a 6-cost
Oh.
Luffy in our hand, that could be what we need. But no, we're gonna commit the Zoro Juro. That
Ooh.
means we are definitely not going for game this turn. There's just no way. There's just no way. We're gonna try to control the board as much as we can, and we're gonna go to 0 life and say, Raleigh,
Oh my
good luck.
gosh. Yeah, yeah, look. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. The moment that 6-drop Luffy did not come down. Oh, wait.
Maybe we were searching for it. We were searching for it. That's what it was. We were trying to dig for it because the Sanji Pudding gives us access to another card. But nope, we're gonna go a Mary cycle.
Oh,
Again, defense is I think the only thing on the menu right now for John. And we can still threaten a lot of stuff here, you know. We have a 6K attack. We can easily attack the Luffy. We have a 8K attack here coming from the Sanji and Pudding attacking. It looks like the Kitten Killer?
Yeah.
Question mark?
Yeah. Yeah, no. So this is rough. This is a rough place to be in. We are now seeing that he did not get the 6. The 6 cost Luffy, I think, would have potentially just ended game if he just swung out with his entire board and then just played the 6 cost to get the double in.
Well, we did have double Supreme King Haki.
That is
the problem
true
as well. Like two known Supreme King Hakis, and we just use one right now to protect the Kitten Killer, and now the leader's back down to 5. You know, so like we're kind of forced to attack with the 6-drop Luffy before we attack with anything else, which means everything else gets a lot weaker afterwards. I don't know. There's in my mind, there's probably no world that John could have realistically gone for game this turn. So it's just a matter of get as much resources out and then say pass, and then all right, this is it. Kind of put up or shut up. Kuro is going to put on a clinic of turn cards sideways and try to end it here. This could be the final turn of the New Orleans Offline Regional. Let's see it.
I mean, could is a very strong word. There are
right now
could be 1, 2, 3, 4 attacks on board that go into that only need about what? I think there's 2 cards that need about a Dawn. This is wild.
Well, this is gonna be an AK neutral right here.
Oh, AK. Sorry, my bad, OG.
Yeah.
So we got the giant coming down.
Right, which will stop this, and we'll get that cycle. Basically, in my mind, John will have the perfect hand to defend this turn. But is the perfect hand enough? Is the question. And there's a world where it's not.
Yeah, it's gonna be kind of rough. So we got that coming in. We got the Gummy Giant to get out of it. Mole pistol and the other one being revealed.
That was observation
boost,
Haki.
Observation Haki. Okay, my bad.
Yeah.
So yes, two events being revealed to give Sanji the boost.
All right, so now Sanji's AK swinging at this 6K base leader. Make that 10. We're going 8, then we're going 10.
This is raw. Now the funny thing is, he's gonna out counter this. There is enough in his hand to out counter this.
But can he stop the 12 coming next?
Look, sir.
And then if you do that, can you stop 6 and 6? I like the little elevator that Kuro is representing here. We're going 8, then we're going 10. I think we're gonna go up even higher from that, just demanding more and more cards each time. Because then if we do have what's left over and you have no cards in hand, 6 is more than enough.
Yeah. So we see
right.
Oh wait. Nope, that's not.
That was Giant. That was Giant.
Giant. There we go. I thought I saw a Thunder Bagua in his hand, but I can't be too sure. Oh,
I think I did see one as well.
Rough.
But there we go, 10 to 12 to stop the 10.
And I think what he just dropped or what he just drew was 2 events, and one of them being when you're on the seas, you fight pirates. So now we're gonna end up swinging with Luffy. It's gonna demand even more cards from him.
There is the Bagua, but if we use the Bagua now, we're gonna we're gonna go to 9 with the Dead Man's Game. Nice. Okay. Still concealing information.
And now
this this demands a lot. We're gonna Mole Pistol here. We're gonna get rid of the Nami, reduce the Sanji and Pudding. We're gonna swing 3K into Sanji and Pudding with Buggy. We cannot stop this. We cannot afford to.
So he did not believe in his ability to get through here.
He respected the defense. Yeah, I respect that.
All right. That's actually a crazy crazy reversal
It
because
speaks to
right
the
now,
defense.
yeah, the
Yep.
defense was on point, and he could not go any further without, like, he did not trust his ability to get through. And granted, there
Wow.
are a lot of bricks in John's hand, but he just, with that many cards, he could not for suredly get through with just an all-in on Rayleigh. So he decided to hold one back, hopefully for the defense, and wait. And of course, the leader can't attack because the leader was sitting at a 6K total. So now we're back in the position where John has 2 attacks right off the bat. And if at any point in the
Yeah.
turn, like, if we don't see him tap 6, that's one thing. Okay, so now that he's done this, this is where we're kind of seeing the faultiness because only went up to 5, so he's locked out of hitting his Luffy 6K Luffy or 6 shots Luffy. There we go,
Oh,
a scoop.
and there we see the concede from John. He's just not going to be able to pressure enough. It was like this AK needs to be good. It's not. And that means Kuro TCG is the winner of the New Orleans offline regional for the One Piece card game. The sun has now set on
Wait,
the LP12 meta.